Hey there, Brian from Structure Tech, taking a look today at the Fenix HL60R LED 950 lumen rechargeable headlamp. Here it is. The killer app for me on this headlamp is the micro USB charging port. Micro USB is the ultimate low voltage charging standard. These things are everywhere, and most importantly, as a home inspector, I have a lot of tools that need recharging, and I have a charging station with a big multi-port USB charger and cables laid out for each thing. Fenix ships this thing with a USB charging cable included, and it's important to know that the USB charging port is recessed in this headlamp. The Fenix cables play best with this port. You know, micro USB chargers, cables are a dime a dozen. I've got a lot of them, and not all of them play well. So remember, use the cable that Fenix includes with it. It's got metal construction with very durable threads on the end caps. That's important because we're going to be opening this thing up a lot over the years, and I need it to last a long time. I need it to be able to be beaten in a tool bag without breaking. I need to be able to adjust it all of the time without it breaking, and I need this good fat head strap here to last and be adjusted and stretch and move without coming loose or out of adjustment. So that's really important that they're pretty durable. The 18650 battery has a nice long life versus other battery types, and it's removable. So when the battery starts to wear out, I can replace it. And finally, what I like most about it is that it's in the 1000 lumen class of headlamps. 1000 lumens is, to me, like 300 horsepower. It's about the right amount of power. It's enough to get everything done that you need to get done. But it's not so much that you need to start holding two batteries or needing multiple LEDs, or worse, one of those big fat battery packs on the back. And that makes the lamp way too bulky for me. I'm willing to compromise a lot for size. Lots of other headlamps meet these requirements, so how does the HL60R stand out? There's the famous Fenix service and warranty. You can call these guys, email them. They're really good about honoring their warranties, about answering questions, that sort of thing. Second thing I like a lot about this particular light are the hard detents on the tilt function. So these detents are made possible by a serrated area here on the flashlight body and a little plastic tab here that allows the detents to click into place. However, I am worried about the plastic tab wearing out over time. The third thing that I like most about this light, and to be fair, it's available on a lot of other lights, but again, USB charging, it's the killer app. There's no other way to do it. Compared to two other headlamps, I'm going to tell you why it's okay to spend 70 bucks on a headlamp, because a lot of people are going to wonder about that. Well, this is a prosumer headlamp. This is the Milwaukee 2106, and it cost about 40 bucks at Home Depot. I bought one, and about 2 weeks later, the hinge broke where it attaches to the head plate on the band. Very weak little plastic part. I don't think it's quite ready for prime time yet. Okay, so you say, hey, there's a warranty on these things. Well, the first warranty replacement also broke, and the second warranty replacement also broke. So what is that? Whatever it is, this is the third one, and it's broken. So that's the second warranty replacement. It is broken. I wouldn't buy this again. I'm also comparing the Fenix to the Nitecore HC33. Now, to be fair, the HC33 is kind of a class down versus the USB rechargeable lamps. It's as simple as it gets. It's got some silicone rings on here which control the tilt function. Sometimes they can be a little loose. It's just a basic flashlight, 90 degree, made into a headlamp. Doesn't have the USB recharging. You have to take the battery out every single time, and that's when I decided to upgrade to a USB rechargeable light. Why didn't I go with the Nitecore USB rechargeable light? Because Fenix has better warranty support. So let's see how this thing works, all right? The strap and the base plate fit pretty well. The base plate has a nice wide area. It doesn't make too much of an impression on my head. It's not padded. It's not good for all-day comfort. That's okay. I sacrifice a lot for size. It's got a single button on the side over here to turn it on. You long press to turn it on, and it runs through the different brightness modes. Let's take a look. So, starting at the bottom, Eco, 5 lumens. Low, 50 lumens. Mid, 150 lumens. High, 400 lumens. And Turbo, 950 lumens. The red light is 1 lumen. I need the high mode, the turbo mode, to last about 20 minutes in the attic, and it says it's got a runtime of 48 minutes here. That's cool because I can do 2 inspections. So what don't I like about the light? Well, there's basically 2 things. The USB charging port cover is just a little piece of silicone. It's about 2 millimeters wide at its thinnest point, and I'm worried about it breaking over time, which probably impacts the waterproof ability of the light. And the second thing, again, like I mentioned before, the Fenix charging port doesn't play well with all of the micro USB charging cables that I have around. Most everything I have works with those cheap cables because you buy them by the dozen. But the Fenix lights don't. Let's go see how it looks in the dark. Here we are in my dark garage. I've got the Fenix headlamp on, and we're going to turn this on here. This is the 5 lumen mode. Here we go to the next step up, the next step up. and finally turbo. So there is a bit of a hot spot in the middle, you can see as we move around. But overall, I think there's a nice flood here. And to me, that makes all the difference. I want to be able to photograph the things I'm looking at and not wash out everything in the middle. So let's turn this Fenix off. We'll turn on the night core and take a look at that spot and see how it looks. Let's take a look at the wall over here. You see the water stains in my wall. This being the night core 33. Definitely less flood, so I'm not lighting up the entire area like I'd like, and there's a big hot spot in the middle. Now again, I love this night core. It's a small, lightweight, kind of foolproof package, but I really enjoy the Fenix for how it casts a little more even light around the area. Maybe it's not showing up as much as on film as I'd like it to, but boy, look at the perimeter of the picture. You can just see everything a little better. So when we go into attics and basements and crawl spaces, you get a bit better photographs for sure, and you also get just better area lighting. So that's wrapping up the Fenix HL60R. Again, really have no complaints here. Versus in Milwaukee for 40 bucks at Home Depot, it's years better. Versus the Nightcore HC33, it is also a better light. It has USB charging and a wider beam pattern. And to sum up the things that I don't like about it, I'm worried about this little USB charging port cover. I don't like the fact that the Fenix USB port on this light doesn't play well with non-Fenix cables. But overall, small price to pay. I think among USB rechargeable headlamps in the 1000 lumen class, it's the Fenix service that sets it apart. I always know I'll be able to call and chat or email and go back and forth with Fenix support. So that's why I picked this over a Nightcore or over an Olight. Thank you, Fenix.